All right, traders, it is Wednesday, hump day here at Empire Algorithmic Trading. I'm Matt, he's JC, and we are here to bring you your daily dose of VWAP Vision's Stock Talk.
Is where we use the volume weighted average price. It's the best indicator on the market and it helps us make sense of what's going on. So let's get right to it, Matt. It's time for a little stock talk.
Stock Talk.
Well, happy Tuesday, Matt. Or no, Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Gosh darn it. Yeah, happy Wednesday, buddy. It
Happy
was
Wednesday.
it was an interesting session, right? I mean, it
Yeah.
opens the whole general market kind of opens up down. A lot of leaders were rolling, right? I had I was up well over 1%. Some profit targets were getting hit, orders were getting filled. I'm thinking, yeah, this is what leaders do. The market's flat to down and leaders are rolling. And then all of a sudden, later in the day, I just happened to take a look and I was down almost 1%. So when you take a look at the intraday here, the 5 minute chart, just a hard sell off. And it's exactly because bonds, right? Bonds. Um, oh, sorry, I'm off a little bit there. Bonds just sold off hard throughout the day. It was one of the
Wow.
things we've been talking about, we're concerned with.
Yep.
Open and then just broke down. And once it broke that low and it just kept selling off, it was over for the market. And so this rally is being tested right now for sure, 100%. We're right at the 10-day moving average. I think the 20-day, as we talked about at the beginning of this rally, is probably going to be the one to look at. But oops, sorry, I don't know why that's actually it's over here. Yeah, the 20-day because it was so much resistance on the way down when it finally broke out and it already provided support here. It's probably going to be the point of support. So
Hmm.
we're on a red zone watch, which is we're already on caution flag. If it wasn't for the bonds, if it wasn't for the bonds selling off, I wouldn't be so concerned. But there was some pretty heavy selling and some leaders. But overall, it's definitely a concerning switch. Yesterday was looking really good. Monday's reversal was super bullish. And then, the breakdown in bonds today is really the number one concern. The Nasdaq Composite down 1.4%. The small caps, which we were hoping were about ready to break out and get above their
Right.
V, just selling off hard. And I was thinking about that earlier today. I'm like, man, let's just really tighten it up. Really nice if it broke out, and then it did just the opposite. Sold off 2.8%, and then same thing with the mid caps, down
Hmm.
2.6%. So that's pretty
Wow.
concerning. Enough to raise the caution flags. Definitely step off the gas a little bit. Hopefully, you've been taking some profits. If not, then just definitely get into defensive posture. But yeah, that was the VIX. The VIX shot up, right? So it was
Hmm.
relatively contained as the market was kind of rallying a little bit. We were kind of hoping, at least I was feeling that that's okay. It would kind of drift down if the market continues to move higher. But for it to pretty much break out on a breakdown like today, that's a negative combination. So again, not a bullish day to say the least. Pretty bearish. Yeah.
Well, that makes sense and unfortunate news, but it is time for us to talk about some of our big movers, and that is brought to you by our Patreon, patreon.com/ Empire Algorithmic Trading, where you get access to our daily buy and sell signals from the algorithm. And this is the point in our podcast where we like to take a look back at some of those stocks that have hit either our buy or sell and see what they've done since. So, Jace, what's happening with the leaders today?
Well, we have one outlier, man. DeFi Development once again, DFDV, up an amazing 39% again
Wow.
today. It was all over the place. It was at 24, 38, just everywhere. But it closed up 39%. This is obviously getting a little crazy here. This is probably going to top out. But you never know, right? That's just a
Yep.
risky play. But anyhow, it's amazing to watch. However, this was a pretty solid outlier. Most of the leading stocks acted like HIMS today. HIMS was down 5.2%. It
Mm.
was up again. It was up nice and strong, and then it reversed and it closed near its low, which is not a good sign, right? 3 down days in a row. That's usually a pretty bad sign there. Same thing with Nutex Health. It opened up, or I'm sorry, it gapped down at the day and continued to sell off throughout the day, but it closed down
Oh.
4.6%. Its breakout day was right here, so it's still above its pivot point, but nonetheless a hard sell-off. And same thing with Delcath.
Mm.
Delcath Sold off another 4% after actually three really strong back-to-back days. Actually, this whole move from 1450 to almost 1850 was pretty good. We caught a little bit of it, and so I'm just waiting for potential sell signal there. And then FTAI Aviation, it was also down 4% today. Tried breaking out, held a little bit after its breakout, tried shooting up, and then just ran into resistance with the market. Not a positive look there, so be defensive on that one as well. But that's kind of the general flavor of the day. Opening strong for a lot of leaders and then selling off throughout the day. And it makes a lot of sense. We're just going to end up on the bonds. So, we've talked about this pretty much since it started trading down below the VWAP. We want to see the bonds settle down. Otherwise, it will take the market down with it, and that appears to be what we're seeing right now. So, definitely stay on your toes, everybody.
Absolutely, everybody. And again, I just want to say if you want access to those daily buy and sell signals, where you can hear Jason and I talk a little bit more in depth about what's happening, chart setups, what we like, what we don't like, what we're seeing, definitely subscribe at Patreon, patreon.com/Empire Algorithmic Trading. And if you want more information about who we are, what we do, visit our website, VWAPvision.com. VWAPvision.com. Otherwise, follow us on socials. Facebook, Instagram, X. We're on Blue Sky as well. Make sure you follow and like us there. We'd love to interact with you. And as always, for those listening on Spotify, watching on YouTube, thank you for joining us on our daily market breakdowns here for you and listening to Stock Talk. That being said, Jace, happy trading.
Happy trading. All right. See you during Arrow Review.
See you then.
Well, hello again, everybody. It's JC. I hit stop a little too soon. I forgot to mention something. And what is that, Matt?
Well, we are gearing up for a major personal event, and so we'd love to share it all with you, but we just don't have time. So we're going to have a couple days off here, and we will be back with you in the middle of next week to bring you your daily dose of market action and your daily VWAP Vision Stock Talk.
All right. Happy trading, everybody. See you later.
See you soon.